Welcome to the second episode of Liquor, LOVIN, EMPORIUM, entitled Mona Lisa Energy, when she's fine, familiar, and a walking red flag. I am your host, Michelle. You have my permission to call me Michelle Her Grace, Michelle, or Thunder, but don't you dare call me Auntie. And I detest the word ma'am. If you're still here, I like you. Get comfortable. Tonight is not surface talk. Tonight is grown woman, soft life, but sharp discernment energy. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Who told you they loved you and then slowly destabilized you? Who kissed you goodnight but made you question your own intuition? Who smiled in your face and drained you behind the scenes? Because some of us didn't date partners. We dated lessons wrapped in good skin. And in this episode, we're unpacking what I call Mona Lisa energy. Beautiful, calm, persuasive, but emotionally strategic. And yes, I've experienced it. I once dated a woman who stole from me, not metaphorically, literally stole from me. And when I realized something was missing, she helped me look for it, helped me search up and down. As I'm searching, I was probably close to where she was hiding it, and she began to start a fight. That kind of performance. That's not just manipulation, that's calculated intimacy. And the wild part, my intuition told me, but attraction overruled awareness. So let's define this clearly. Mona Lisa energy is when she mirrors you early, she escalates quickly, she future fakes, she trauma bonds by week 2. She says, I've never felt this safe before on date 3. In lesbian culture, we joke about U-hauling, but sometimes the fast bonding isn't romance. And I'm going to tell you, this was a long distance situationship for me, right? And the person was telling me, Michelle, I need you here. I need you here. And I kept insisting I'm not ready. And so we're going to get into that into a later episode, but I just want you to be aware of the signs. If you've heard any of what I'm saying, really reevaluate where you are right now. Sometimes the fast bonding isn't romance, it's attachment hunger. It's validation addiction. It's like, I like how you make me feel, not I value who you are. Oh, that's deep. And here's the modern twist. She's emotionally aesthetic. Soft voice, healing language, says I'm doing the work, posts therapy quotes, or is not on social media at all. I'm private, that type. Talks about boundaries, but in practice, no emotional regulation, no accountability, no consistency. That's performative healing. That's Pinterest psychology. And some of us fall for it because it looks evolved. Ask yourself, did I fall for potential or patterns? Did I ignore inconsistency because the chemistry was elite? I know I did. Did I mistake intensity for intimacy? I'll wait. Why do we override intuition? Because attraction floods dopamine, and dopamine makes red flags look beige. You start rationalizing. She didn't mean it. She's just guarded. She's been hurt. Meanwhile, she dismisses your feelings. She calls you dramatic. She minimizes your concerns. If you express hurt and she says, it's not that serious, translation, your emotional experience is inconvenient. And let me be clear, validation is not optional in healthy love. Reassurance is not weakness. Honesty is not too much to ask. If someone consistently shrinks your feelings, they are shrinking your worth in the relationship. This is Liquor Lovin' Emporium, and I am your host, Michelle. You can catch me here every Wednesday at 8. Fresh perspective, real conversation, driving the LGBTQ community. And the last Wednesday of every month is your chance to call in and engage live. Now let's go deeper. Okay, so I want to take a moment to acknowledge Diamond, a lesbian stud whose life ended at the hands of someone she loved. We cannot glamorize intensity. Jealousy is not devotion. Possession is not protection. Volatility is not passion. If she is crazy, if she's a bag of mixed nuts, leave that heifer alone. Like, I have literally dealt with someone who made me so emotionally deregulated. Every time they were coming home, my stomach would be in knots. I literally waited for them to go to work one day, packed my shit, and never went back. I lived in a car for almost an entire year because I preferred my peace and just felt that they were dangerous. So, so many people tell me you could have done something different, but I bet you any amount of money that Diamond saw red flags way before this situation occurred, and she ignored them. In queer relationships, especially stud-femme dynamics, we sometimes romanticize dominance and emotional fire, but unregulated emotion is dangerous. And if someone threatens you when they're angry, that's not love. That's instability. So I want to say rest in power to Diamond, and my condolences to all of her family and friends. And I'm so tired of seeing it, which is another reason why I do this podcast. I was told that my voice is soothing, but I don't want to just come here and rant or gossip. I want to enlighten those who have poured into someone, or they've got you thinking now that you're not enough, that you're not worthy of love, all the while they really weren't setting out to offer love. They wanted to possess you. They wanted to sex you. They wanted to have someone to play with. And so we need to be able to recognize how people are really coming, regardless to what they're saying, but their actions should show us how they really feel, right? And so let's talk about convenience love. She doesn't love you. She loves your stability, your access, your lifestyle, your emotional labor, your car, your apartment, your house, your protection, your network. She studies you. She learns your routines, your weaknesses, your secrets. In the song Mona Lisa by Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar, which is the reference for this podcast episode, the woman doesn't force her entry. She's invited in. And once she knows where everything is hidden, emotionally and physically, she positions herself strategically. That's how someone steals from you and helps you look for what they stole, because proximity creates trust, and trust without discernment creates vulnerability. Write this down. When did I feel uneasy but stayed anyway? What did I excuse because she was attractive? Did I confuse being chosen with being valued? Please do the work. Write those things down. Ask yourselves those 3 questions seriously and really reflect. This will improve how you show up in your next relationship. It will also improve the quality of the individual that shows up to meet you in a relationship. Today's episode is sponsored by Liquor Lovin' Emporium. Ladies, please go and shop. Add a shirt, a sweater, a hoodie to your attire and watch all of the attention get shifted. It's definitely a conversation piece. I've worn them in public and people gravitate towards me and ask me what liquor loving is, and it's a great way to meet women and spark up a conversation that you wouldn't normally spark up unless you're just an extrovert. I have personally had someone that I loved tell me, "You're going to fall. No one will love you. You'll lose everything." That is not love. That's insecurity weaponized. So ask yourself, who tried to dim your future when they felt you pulling away? Love does not predict your downfall. Love reinforces your growth. When someone fears your expansion, they will try to destabilize your confidence. That's not partnership. That's possession. I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. Did someone ever make me feel smaller so that they could feel bigger? Did I stay because I didn't want to be alone? Did I accept disrespect because the intimacy was good? Sit with that. Here's what changed for me. What people say now sounds different. If someone says, "It's not that serious," I hear, "I don't value your peace." And that's my cue, because now my self-worth is affirmed. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. And in a world chasing soft little aesthetics, real peace is the luxury. Compatibility is shared emotional maturity, shared accountability, shared calm, not shared chaos. You deserve intentional love, not performance, not convenience, not proximity. Ask yourself tonight, am I in love or am I intoxicated? Am I valued or am I useful? Protect your heart, strengthen your discernment, and stop romanticizing red flags. This is Liquor Lovin' Emporium. I am your host, Michelle. Join me every Wednesday at 8. And remember, the last Wednesday of every month is your opportunity to call in and engage live. Until next time, choose peace over chemistry.